Hello friends, and welcome back to another video with Born to DIY. I'm your girl Tabitha. So as you can see in today's video, I am back into this office. So I'm rearranging this office, and I wanted to make it so that I can have my own backdrop when I am in my weekly meetings at work. And so I'm just overall always using the filter in my TeamViewer or in my WebExes. And so I'm over it. So I am going to get this office rearranged. Yep, it's time. I've been so excited to get this done, and I'm tackling it today. So I like to do DIYs, clean with me, small home renovations. I'm now incorporating outdoor videos. And if you like that type of content, I would appreciate if you subscribe to my channel. Also, please turn on your notification bell so you don't miss out on anything. If you're new here, welcome. Thank you for joining today's video. So now, the first thing that I am doing is I am trying to move the treadmill. So the treadmill, I keep it in my office, of course, as I explained to you in the past. It is much easier for me to get on the treadmill throughout the day when it's closer to my desk. And I done had it in my bedroom before. I didn't like it in there. It made my space feel cluttered in there, even though it feels cluttered up here in the office. But I really don't want it in my bedroom. I had it in my great room before, and though I liked it in the area that it was, I just don't want it to be sitting in the middle of my great room if I'm having company over. So it's up here in my office, and it has to stay here because besides those two rooms, there's no other room to put it in. So what I'm doing now is I'm just moving the treadmill over out the way. I'm sweeping that area. And so what I'm wanting to do is to slightly move over the desk that is behind, because that desk that I was using for crafting, that is going to be my main desk now. And then I used to have this white two-door cabinet that I completely took apart and so made it into two cabinets. I am going to use that and make that as a desk behind me. And that will be for my personal space of using my laptop. And so instead of pulling everything out of my office, I'm trying to work around what I have, because as I explained, and thank you, I'm so glad to say this will be my last time having to make this statement. Things was put up here in my office as well. It was put in other areas because we was getting the floors done. Well, the floors are completely done now. And so there are other things that was housed in here that has to go into the storage. Well, I have an off-site storage, one of the climate controls. And so we was renting that space until we got a new storage. And we had been just putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. Well, the wait is finally over. By the time you see this video, the storage should have been here and arrived. So, yay. And so there are things that are here in the house that it didn't make sense to take it to the off-site storage when we knew that the storage was being delivered, because that would just be moving things, like double working ourselves. And we should always work smart, not hard. So that's that spiel on that. That's the last time you will have to hear me say that. Okay, so I took the monitors off the desk, and I didn't want to unplug anything. And so I basically just set them down on the floor so I can move this L-shaped desk and get the cabinet that was underneath of it from under there, as well as the 3-drawer plastic container. I am going to disassemble, the L-shaped desk, because I'm going to use the two rectangles and put those together. Oh, excuse me. To make a long disc that's going to be behind me. So that's what I'm going to do with that. And so once I get the desk, well, the two cabinets there to the wall, as I stated, I'm going to disassemble the L-shaped desk. Well, of course, I'm going to clean it off. But I'm going to disassemble the L-shaped desk. And then I can start taking the things and putting them in place to where it needs to be. Once they get in space in the designated area that I wanted, I can then move the treadmill. And so the treadmill is actually going to go where you see the blank black frame. The treadmill is just going to go there. That way I can just let it down and let it back up when I need to use it, and it'll be out of the way. This gives me more space in here as well. It opens it up. Even though I didn't want my craft stuff to be visually seen when you first enter into the home, I do like that my space off to the left when you enter it into my office, it all just looks like a real nice office and space area. So I'm satisfied with the outcome, and I hope that you all enjoy watching this. So you can see I'm moving it now. The lamps, I am going to keep my red lamps in here. Those are the towers from Paris, but I want to spray paint the base black, which I am going to. I didn't have time to do it in this video because I think I had to stop. I had to stop and end up going outside because it was time to start disassembling the storage unit and all that stuff outside to prepare for the delivery. And so I'm going to spray paint those. The shades, I'm trying to decide on what color I want to spray paint the shades. So right now, I'm a little trying to figure out what color that I want. I have a lot of things going on. However, it seems to me as if like I'm not completing those, but I am completing those. I have a list, and as I'm completing these, I'm actually checking them off my list. So I do see that my list is getting smaller. It just looks like, to me, when I visually just think about it out loud, I'm not completing the task, even though I am. So that's just what I feel. So, and I know this, I had cleaned this office and this space before, and it looks like, how did this get back to this, all of this confusion in here, this mess, this chaos? And as I stated, it's because of getting the flooring done throughout the house. But that is over with now. So I also was undecided. I took that gold mirror down off the wall. You will see later in the video. And I was going to put it on the wall where I have my son military pictures there. And it's crazy because I had actually said in this video pointing that I was going to put it on the entryway wall. And I still put it on that wall and had to take it back down. But that's what happens when you're working in the midst of moving things. But I got it all coming together. So as you can see from this angle, now that I have changed the angle of the camera, that I have the two lamps that is sitting close to the wall. The two white cabinets is there as well. And this is where I'm going to start cleaning off the L-shaped desk. So that way I can disassemble that desk and put those two rectangle tops of the desk over there. And so it slowly came together. But as I stated, you will see how it turned out. At the end of the video, you will see things in here. And again, I'm just going to remind you, it is there until I move the things to the storage. And I'm excited. So for the time being, I'm just going to continue to let you finish watching the video. I'll jump back in when I think I need to explain. So thanks again for stopping by today's video.
pieces, so where does it come from? Scene that keeps playing on repeat, ignores the rule of thumb. Oh, where does it come from? Oh, where does it come from? All your emotions with your heart on your sleeve, it won't fade until you paint it black. I let it burn, you call the fire brigade, but I feel that it will come back.
So, as you can see, my son and his daughter, my granddaughter, jumped in the video. The craziest thing was I wasn't even recording. I looked up and seen them two dancing. He hit the record. So I was like, let me just put this little clip in there because I know him and my granddaughter will be watching. So that's my middle son and the grandbaby. Yeah. Okay. So you can see now that I am cleaning off of the L-shaped desk. So this way I can prepare to disassemble. I have already hung up my silver mirror that I wanted to have in the backdrop of behind me. Excuse me. I am undecided of what I want. If I want sconces, of what type of sconces that I want to put on the outside of that mirror. I don't know if I want to DIY, if I want to purchase. So I don't know. I will just tackle that when I get to that. And I'll just show that in a later video. If I do decide to DIY or not, I will share that. So we'll just go from there. But I'm going to get this all cleaned up, wipe down, disassemble, get it moved in place. I'm also going to get all my papers filed because I didn't get all of it filed the last time. Is it me or does it seems like the mail just never stops coming? I like to try to keep things organized and put in the filing cabinet and personal documents and put them up away. But it seems as if I go through the mail and then there's more mail just coming and coming and coming. And I don't like filing. I don't know, but I don't. I don't like filing at all. I don't even like the paper, but that's a solution I'll try to think of later on down the line. So back to the video. Sorry about the angle. I will adjust the camera so that way you can visually see. Oh, there it goes. don't know if I actually shared with you before in the past about this L-shaped desk. So this L-shaped desk originally was $99 on Amazon. I purchased the desk arrived, and when I opened it, there was pieces that was missing, as well as there was no manual, no instructions. And so I reached out to Amazon only to call twice and had them disconnected on me twice. The third attempt, I didn't call, I did a chat, and they ended the chat. So I end up calling the fourth time of reaching out, I called again. And this time, I asked to speak to a supervisor. The supervisor come to the phone, and I explained to her that it was two of the wire metals was missing, but I needed the manual, and could she just really truly just give me a manual? And she said there was no way of doing that. And I was like, well, could you just get a manual and just email it to me? Well, the answer to that was no as well. So what she suggested that she can do is send out another one. So they sent out another one, and then I supposed to been taking this one back to UPS to return it. Guess what? The second one never arrived. It got lost. So I end up reaching back out to them, back to the supervisor, because she emailed me and had me personally to reach back out to her. And it got lost somewhere in Pennsylvania, which I thought was strange. But anyway, it got lost. And so I was refunded my $100 back and stuck with this one and never got it. And I was like, you know what? Forget it. And so what I end up doing is I said, you know what? I'm going to try to put this together to the best of my ability. I put this desk together on my own. There was metal rods in here that did not go with it. And I just took my drill bits and drill holes into the other metal rods that didn't go with it in the places it needed to go. Pre-drill holes into the desk under the bottom. And I made it work. So the desk ended up being free. I end up coming up with my own solution of putting it together. And hey, it worked out. So that was my story with Amazon. So as you can see now, I had already put the two rectangle tops of the desk over there over the white little cabinets, which gives me an illusion of the desk in the back. My original white desk that I was using for crafting, I placed it there in front of the window with the two monitors on there. So that's where I would do my my job. And behind me will visually be where I would use for my personal space with my laptop when I do my other things. Okay. What I want to do is I already explained to you that I was going to put the treadmill up against the wall, whether you've seen the blank white frame. And then the shoe bench, the shoe storage bench is going to be in front of me. I am thinking about getting the shoe organizer that I have at my back door. When you enter in, it's the one that lets down the two drawers, so that way it can take up less space. So I'm thinking about getting that. I had purchased that, I think, from Wayfair. Did I get that from Wayfair? I think so. And so that will can go there. It will, take up less storage space, and then I don't even know what I'll do with that shoe store bench, but that's what I'm thinking about doing. The two bar stools that I have, the browns, I'm keeping those. I may put them in storage. I may leave them there. I don't know right now if I keep them in here. Once I finish all of my other major projects, I may recover those. If not, I'll put them in storage and use them for something later. So as you can see, it's the next day. That was late that night, and I was over it. What I'm doing now is I'm actually filing and sorting and putting things that need to be shredded, what needs to be filed, things that I currently need to work on this weekend. So I'm just getting that all tidy up before I can finish clearing out the space, finish hanging up pictures, and from there. So I will just finish, let you continue watching the video. And then, yeah. Oh, wait, before I let you watch the video, listen. So, had a surprise this day. I'm here cleaning. I had a package that from TEMU that had supposed to been arrive 2 days prior. And it said it was running late, but it was not past, of course, the benchmark date. But it originally told me it was out for delivery, and then it told me it was running late. Well, in the midst of me working, I got notification that it was out for delivery. And then the next thing I know, the doorbell rung. So, yes, you will see me getting the package. And I was waiting on this package because the things in this package, 2 of those was actually going into my office. And so I was so excited to receive it, this day. And one of them was the desk chair cushions, and that was actually on TEMU. I think it was like $25-$30. But I actually got that one for $3 and I think 21 cents. And then I got this desk mat, which is beautiful. The camera does it no justice. I'm going to show it to you in the video though. And it's black, white, gold, and gray. So beautiful. Just so beautiful. So that is what I'm incorporating up here. And I just moved my my pink desk mat over to the desk behind me. And I put the black one on my desk that I'll be working all day. The other things I had in there was not for my office, but yeah. So that's the package that I'm actually getting now. So you'll see the items as I show it to you. And again, thank you for stopping by today's video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on your notification bells. Yay. And tell me if you're working any projects this weekend or what you have going on. Thank you. As you can see, I was struggling of putting the 2 side pillows that goes on the side of that on there. And so I was like, forget it. I'll just do that when I finish getting the office situated. It's holding me up. And later at the end of the video, well, not at the end of the video, when I finished cleaning the space to put the cushion in there, it was really easy and simple to put it on there. I just was putting the wrong end of the zipper on the wrong side, and it zipped right on with no problem. What's in this bag is actually 2-inch foam. that I had from a previous DIY. Of course, I never showed it. And I need that to go on the bench that I recently had in my office. And then in the bag is actually batting. And so I'm keeping that up here because I'm going to need that to do that. So that's another project that I have to do. And I'm actually going to use that bench for my little vanity area. So yeah, that'll get done later. Vanity is not even my priority right now. So as you can see, that's the mirror that I took off the wall that was behind me. And I supposed to be putting that mirror actually in the entryway. Put it up there, and then when I got ready to put it up there, I'm like, wait. I said I was putting it in the entryway. Yeah. So now I'm picking up my family wall picture that was gifted to me. And so I'm taking that down because that holds the mirror, which will go out in the entryway. And I'm going to get this up. This is going to be my wall with my photos of the family because I love looking at my family. Even though I have pictures of them above the windows, those are family pictures as well. But I like pictures. And so even though I don't have pictures like all over my great room, because I used to have pictures all over the great room, I want to have them in my office. And then as well as I have one in the entryway. So that way that minimizes the pictures and I can look at them all day because it'll be directly in front of my desk. I'm going to put my son military pictures back up. I have to find somewhere to put my son's big picture photo frame that he got from Korea. That's my oldest son. So I'm trying to decide exactly where I want to put that. But yeah, I will think of that when the time comes. Because right now, like I said, I'm focusing on other things. So yeah. Okay, so here is the finished product of me rearranging the office. So the purpose of me completely rearranging was so that way I can have my own backdrop. Trying to decide what do I want to have to go beside on each side of the mirror. These lampshades, I'm actually going to paint those. I'm uncertain what color, but I'm going to paint the base of the lamps. I'm going to paint those black, okay? This is just sitting here for now. So this is what it's currently looking like. So this is where my working area for my personal use of things I'm doing, my check off list. Yep. things I'm working on this weekend, as well as these candles. Working on getting invitations for my husband and I renewing our vows next year for our 25th anniversary. And then here is my normal everyday working space. This is what I was showing you earlier that just was delivered today. That was delivered from TEMU, as well as this was delivered from TEMU. Listen, let me tell you something. I had been waiting and waiting and waiting on this chair cushion. And this chair cushion original price was like $25, $30. And I got this for $3 and something. Yes, no lie. So, as I stated, but here's my everyday working space. Normally my iPad, this is my iPad that I use for when I'm doing like watching my YouTube or watching TV or whatever when I'm working. And then I have my other iPad that I use for my editing and all that for my content. So what I did was just sit the shoe bench here. I'm actually not now. This is no time soon, okay? I'm thinking about just getting the one like I have at the back entry door. It's the one, it's the shoe thing, you know, the organizer to where it's not this long. It's not a bench and it hides with the open with the doors. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm going to make this focal wall just pictures of my family. And so I have more pictures that I'm going to add across the top of there as well. Don't know what I want to do with my, it was just at the tip of my tongue. Okay. My cork board. So I don't know at the moment. This lamp is going probably in my daughter's room because I put the other one there. And then I have to hang these up as well as I'm going to hang this up. And my degrees up as well. I'm thinking about hanging that up behind me. I am not going to show you that space because everything behind me is going into the storage. So at the moment, it's looking like chaos, okay? I did put the treadmill here. Past the treadmill is a whole bunch of stuff. The storage will be here in 2 days. So that's the reason why I'm having to cut this video short, is because I have to go outside. My brother is here cutting the lawn with him and my nephews. Hubby just got here and we're going out to cut some of the trees back because the new storage will be delivered in 2 days and we have to break down and destroy the original one. What I'm thinking about doing here is I'm thinking about just covering around my desk. I am going to do something with the cords so that way I can hide the cords because I don't want that visually seen. So yeah, as well as I'm going to take that from up under that desk over there. But let me show you this real quick. This here is just basically the L desk that I took down and I just joined those two together. I took out the corner part of it and I joined it together. These two cabinets, believe it or not, it was the original cabinet that was in my office that I had the two and I took them apart. So that's what that is. These pictures are going to be hung up as well. That is my son's, my oldest son's, his thing from Korea. So yeah. Those going to be hung up as well. So I'm going to get all that taken care and organized. So yeah, thank you so much for stopping by today's video. I greatly appreciate each and every last one of you. So until next video, you all stay blessed. Remember to always be bold, be creative, but most importantly, be you. Bye.